Okay, good morning, all of you, once again. Now, we are going to start the unit number 5, that is kinematics of gears of our subject, kinematics of machine. So, here I am sharing the screen now. Is it visible properly? Visible, all of you?
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, sir.
Now, carefully listen. So, unit name is kinematics of gears. So, in this unit, we will first of all see the spur gear. Before starting spur gear, we should know about what is gear. You have studied maybe in basic mechanical engineering that some power transmitting elements, non-power transmitting elements. Okay, so in that you have studied power transmitting elements such as shaft, coupling, and another element you have also studied. Remember this. Try to remember the things. You have studied gears also. Somewhat introduction in basic mechanical engineering. So what is gear? Gear is a power transmitting element which is having teeth on its periphery of the disk and meshing with other element so as to transmit the definite amount of power. So if you see the gears, they are used in automobile, that is two wheelers, four wheelers, in some special purpose machine also. Most of you have seen in your bike that gearbox. So if you went to the servicing, you have observed that sometimes gearbox of your automobile might be open. Okay, so at that time you have observed the gears, or if you have visited many garages, workshops, you have also observed the gears. So gears having the teeth, it is a circular disc mostly having the teeth on its periphery and meshing with other element so as to transmit the definite amount of power. Where compact size is required, you have to use gear, okay, and with the help of gear and gear train, one can develop the gearbox. Okay, let us start now. Classification of gears. Now, gears are classified on the basis of some criteria. So, there are three criteria. So, first criteria is according to position of shaft axis. Second criteria is according to the peripheral velocity of the gears. And third criteria is according to type of meshing of gears. Okay, so we will see first criteria according to the position of shaft axis. So according to position of shaft axis, the types of gears are number one spur gear, number two helical gear, number three rack and pinion, number four bevel gear, number five worm and worm wheel. So these are some types according to the position of shaft axis. So what is meant by spur gear? The gears which have teeth, observe carefully, the gears which have teeth parallel to the axis of the shaft are known as spur gear. If you see here schematic diagram I have drawn, here this is the shaft axis, one shaft axis. This is another shaft axis. Both the axes are parallel to each other. On one shaft, there is a one gear, and on another shaft, there is another gear. If you see, I have shown the parallel lines. These are the teeths on that gear. So gears which have teeth parallel to the axis of the shaft are known as spur gear. So application of spur gear, where it is used. It is used in automobile gearbox. It is used in automobile gearbox. It is also used in watches. It is also used in machine tools, just like a lathe machine or special purpose machine. And mainly also it is used in toys. Maybe at your childhood you have played with toys, okay, and you have broken the toys also. I know it. In toys, the gears are used as a spur gear. Gears are used as a spur gear. Okay. So if anyone asks you which are the application of spur gear, so at that time you should be able to answer. The spur gear are used in automobile gearbox. It is used in toys, watches, and machine tools, etc. Now spur gear we have seen, that means the gears which have teeth parallel to the axis of the shaft are known as spur gear. Next is helical gear. Here the teeth of the gears are at some angle, and this angle is called as helix angle. This angle is called as helix angle, and it is denoted by alpha. So the teeth of the gears are at some angle to the shaft axis is known as helical gear. Yet these gears are also used to transmit the power from one shaft to another shaft when the shaft axes are parallel to each other. Here you can see the hashing line. So these are nothing but the teeth of particular gears, and they are inclined to the shaft axis. This angle is known as helix angle, and it is denoted by alpha. What is the advantage of this helical gear? Spur gear are somewhat noisy. Even you can observe when you played the toys, whereas helical gears are less noisy because of this helix angle. Okay, so where it is used? It is used in automobile gearboxes. It is used in turbines. It is used in rolling mills, etc. Next one is rack and pinion. Here, this is the figure. You can find Here you can find one horizontal strip having the teeth on its periphery, correct? And another one is circular disc. The disc also having some teeth on its periphery. This horizontal strip it is known as rack, and the circular disc it is known as pinion. Rack and pinion. Now in this type, rotary motion is converted into linear motion and vice versa. Rotary motion is converted into linear motion and vice versa. A straight line gear which is having teeth is known as rack, and the circular gear is known as pinion. Then what is the application? It is used in machine tools, various machine tools such as lathe machine, drilling machine, etc. Okay. Next gear is, see, these are the classification based on the position of shaft axis. Okay. Next gear is bevel gear. These gears are used for shaft which are at right angles to each other so as to transmit the power between them. When bevel gears are used, when shafts are exactly at right angles to each other, and if you want to transmit the power from one shaft to another shaft, bevel gears are used. Now see here, this is the one shaft having the shaft axis, there is another shaft having shaft axis, they are at angle to each other, and these are bevel gears. Okay. These are bevel. This is bevel gear on one shaft. This is another bevel gear on another shaft. Where it is used, it's very important application. Bevel gears are used in differential gearbox in an automobile. Differential gearbox, you have observed the heavy truck, you have observed the buses, ST buses. If you carefully observe at the underbody side, means at the bottom side, if you see carefully, one long shaft is always rotating. That shaft is known as propeller shaft. One end of the shaft is connected to engine gearbox, and another end, that is last end, is it is connected to the one casing, that is in that casing differential gearbox is used. This is exactly at the middle of the rear wheels. You can find rear wheels are connected by axle, and in between that there is a gearbox. So in that differential gearbox is used, and in differential gearbox bevel gears are used. Okay, this is used when vehicle take the turns. So this can help for safe turning. Then next one is worm and worm wheel. Worm and worm wheel, they are used to transmit power from one shaft to another shaft, which are non-intersecting and perpendicular to each other. The specialty of worm and worm wheel, its speed reduction ratio is 100 as to 1. Its speed reduction ratio is 100 as to 1. Then what is the application? Application, worm and worm wheel used in lifting devices or hoisting devices. They are also used in cranes. They are also used in lifts. They are also used in conveyors. So you can find lifts, then conveyors, okay, escalator in the malls. So there worm and worm wheel are used. So understood the classification on the basis of axis of the shaft, gears are classified. Have you understood? Yes or no? Understood?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.